hear me okay? This speaker is something else, I swear. I can't thank you enough for being here tonight and what you stand for. Hello there, firefighters. Give it to firefighters. Yeah. You know, it makes me proud to be your representative and to be here with all of you. We got lots of things to do. I'm not going to try to add and take time to what our great president has said to us, and our Senator Tom Harkin, who, you know, there's some things, President Clinton, thank you so much. God bless you. You know, we get to go to Congress, and these other guys are going to come with me. And what I've got to tell you, Bruce, and all the rest of you, is that we're pretty lucky because we got the best of 100. We got the best one. It's going to be our senator over across the rotunda. It's a heck of a deal, and I like it. Tom made reference that I'm back, I'm feeling good. Well, to bear witness and testify for you, if you want to, the man that brought me back and got me the right connection is sitting right here, Dr. Peterson and his lovely wife, Ramona. Stand up, Greg. Come on, I want you to do it. I want you to know, right here in Des Moines, Iowa, he put me back on my feet, and I'm feeling good, and I'm fit, and I'm ready to go. If you don't believe it, ask him. All right. My opponent says he's all for change. Now, how many of you think that he's not going to vote for the Republican speaker if he happened to go there? That's not a change. And I'll guarantee I won't do that. And we'll have a different speaker. And all the many things you heard talked about by President Clinton and Senator Harkin are things we've got to do. We got to do it now. They talked about restoring our country. We got to save this country, and we got to do it now. And this is the time to do it. I'm not going to give you a long speech tonight. We've got a lot of other people coming up to talk. But I think it's pretty sorry. It's pretty sorry that somebody out of Texas has got lots and lots of money, wants to come up here to Iowa. One man put up $5 million so far against 5 people. I'm one of them. So I must be doing something right. And they're going to come to Iowa, and they're going to buy one of our congressional seats. Come on, we're not going to let it happen. I'm not going to let it happen, and neither are you. How about it? Not going to happen. So I've told these firefighters, I've told the rest of you, I'm going to give it everything I've got, and I got a lot back, and I'm going to ask you to do the same thing you've heard others say already ahead of me tonight. This is the most important election in my life. It is. I've said these elections are important lots of times, and you have too. But this is the most important one in my life, and I'm going to give it everything I've got. I'm going to carry it right out, and I want you to do the same thing. Will you do it? Then we'll get it done. And as Neil Smith has said, and sitting right down here, thank you, Neil, for being the mentor you've been for me, and the way the counsel you continue to give me. And, you know, he pointed this out very clearly. The first vote will be for the speaker, and yes, there'll be a difference. I won't be voting for the guy that my opponent would vote for. And that's where decisions are made that will control so much that happens in Congress, and we just can't afford any more of this bad business. It's got to bring it back. We got to do what we got to do for our country, and we got to do what we got to do for our children and our grandchildren, and we can do it. You and me, all of us, we're going to get it done. So I want to thank you very much and bring up Sally, or who's going to make the next introduction here, because I committed I was going to make it very, very short. But there's a lot of things we're going to get done. We're going to, I have no doubt. Let me say one last thing while you're coming on up, Sally. Dr. Zagoran's in the house. We were out at his place here a while back with Steny Hoyer. And Tom, you'd be interested in this. You heard what the president said about doing things together. And I've had this conversation with Steny Hoyer. I've had it with Miss Pelosi. And we're going to walk across the aisle, and we're going to say, Mr. Boehner, the country needs us to work together. Now, if you got any purpose about you, join with us, and let's move this country forward. Let's make sure that our kids have their chance for education. Let's raise the Pell Grants. Let's cut the tuition costs for college kids. That's the future. And let's do that. And let's go back and revisit that Medicare reform bill that was not a reform. You know that, so I don't have to tell you about the donut hole. You already know about it. And we're going to do those things, and we're going to implement, and I've talked this over with Hoyer, I've talked this over with Ms. Pelosi, and we're going to implement the 9/11 Commission recommendations to make our country safer. We're going to do it. And we got to be there in charge to get it done. So with that, I'm going to give it back to Sally. Thank you, Sally, for your great leadership. Let's give her a hand. Can we do that?